people from the outside community coming in and being like a living text, or acting as a living text and bringing that to the classroom. Service learning does just that. It is this very lived experience that students feel at such a deep level, and that brings their learning to life.
You can read about the issues. You can read the material we've been reading. We can do really interesting in-class conversations, come up with all kinds of ideas, but to see it in action is such a more three-dimensional experience. It's not an abstract or just intellectual concept anymore. And that is several more layers of experience.
Well, it makes the science very real and connects it. It kind of takes it out of the textbook academic treatment and puts it in a real world context. And they like doing the field work. I did several field trips going, starting on campus at different locations on campus, and then we would go to different sites along Tannery Brook and collect data. And ever since I've done that, I've not been able really to go back to the old way of teaching. I always have my students collect data in some form, and for my earth science courses, geology in particular, I always want to have some kind of social community science connection. And for a school our size to have really such an active program, which has been so successful, is a real jewel.
And students that maybe have been shy in other environments, this gave them such an authentic purpose for the learning and to bring all of our course outcomes together into life, that I was able to see abilities that they will have in classrooms that I don't think I would have otherwise been privy to observe until they get to their student teaching. So for me, it was just a beautiful exhibition of how giving opportunities for learning through relationships with the community, our environment, our peers, and ourselves and materials creates just such an authentic purpose for learning, and service learning served as the vehicle for that.
It made me more hands-on than what I possibly thought I could be for this course, so I think the Service Learning Project actually did a really good job for both the kids in the program and for the students in the classroom, including myself.
I think it's really important to do projects like this, especially because this is what we're all hoping to do when we graduate to get jobs for. So it's something that you can actually see the impact of in the community. So we're going to be helping them raise funds to provide services to the community, so we're going to actually be able to see the benefits of what we're doing.
I think maybe you work a little harder because you know it's for something real, and the deadlines are real, and the actual how it will be utilized is a real thing too.
I think it's great that we're giving back to our community locally, and to have that connection here with Ellen and the Boys and Girls Club. I think it's really great to have. It offers an experience that I don't think other schools all have.
You need to know your course material, and you need to know how to teach it several different ways to try and get through, like doing different activities, one that engages visual and some that engage like hands-on and artistically, because everyone learns differently. I actually have thought about coming back after to do some volunteer music work with them.
It's definitely better than the textbooks because it's more hands-on, and that's better experience of where things actually are and what things really look like. And it can be hard to get volunteers to bring their pets in just for us to practice on. So having the real world clinics where people want to bring their animal in for the services we offer makes it a big help for us.
Real person interactions, I think, is so much better than just having pictures or your professor talking to you, because you get that kind of interaction and you know what you're going to deal with. Being able to deal with real people, real problems in the world that you're going to come up with in practice.
It's definitely been eye-opening because I come from an area where we don't talk about issues like this. We don't talk about prison. We don't talk about women in prison. We don't talk about the injustice of the judicial system. So it's definitely been eye-opening to see what it's really like in there, because we only usually see it from the media and TV and movies.
You know, everybody's got their own words of writing. Everybody's different, and we don't judge anybody.
But learning with the service learning and VFI is definitely, it's a more hands-on approach, and I think it's very important that a lot more classes have it.
And I will not be a victim, not anymore. I will not.
It humanizes them and puts them literally right in front of us, and I don't want to say like we're forced to actually like look at them and consider what has happened or what happens in the judicial system, but reading about it, you can kind of read about it and forget about it and move on with your day, but seeing them, talking to them, understanding them as human beings, not just another statistic, is really important.
Yeah, they stop being numbers.
I'm really glad I took this class.